Hello. Hello. Uh, we're doing things today. Yes. A few that I've meant to do for a bit. And yes, Sun Eater, let me know what your question is, and I'll get started. Or actually, while I'm waiting for your question, so, for a while now, I've wanted to do a video about Honkai Impact the Third and how it relates to the Hoyoverse. Because we might see them in Star Rail. In fact, we have seen some of them already coming back to Star Rail. So, yeah. I can actually show you, Sun Eater, but there's a Reddit that I get most of them from. I can give you the link if you remind me on Discord. So, remind me. But I think we need to start at the beginning of Honkai Impact for this to make sense. So, I'm gonna play a little bit of a trailer, and then I'm gonna go to some other videos. And, yeah, I'll talk about how it all works together. So, this is the original opening trailer.
敵影は確認できません。任務危険度 A 級確認を求めます。任務続行。了解しました。安全装置解除。ハッチを開きます。こちらヘリオス巡航軌道に入ります。エアロック減圧完了。油圧正常。観察班確認完了。出撃スタンバイ。バルキリー降下開始まで10、9。
So, if you wonder who the girl is, her name is Kiana. And she has quite the story. We're gonna get into that a little bit later in these trailers, because her story matters. She's the main character of Honkai Impact, which you'll get to see very quickly. Because next up, we have more of her. Particularly her and her best friend, Mai. Because they're gonna come up multiple times in here. By the way, that's Kiana. Robo friend to the rescue. Lots of Robo friends. Not that it matters. Sad Robo Bros.
人類存在そのものが間違っている
Our existence is a
戦
mistake.
争欺き嫉妬貪欲人類のせいで私は全てを失ったでも今日私は全てを飲み込む私が崩壊なのだ
That's a lot of firepower. But again, it doesn't matter.
Hail my proud wing on and on that waxen wing showed its head and flow. Sailor, sailor, chanting nevermore. Fear, oh fear, for the voice cries.
Poor Robobos. Poor Robobaros. Overwhelming power. I needed that luck. I needed that luck. So, if you can't tell, another personality, with the real, like, power, the special ability within, Kiana, Awoken. And, she turns on everyone, including her friends. But she doesn't want to. You can see her already resisting. But, she can't yet. So, let's continue on. We need to meet another particular individual that should definitely remind you of Honkai Star Rail. Because here we have Himeko. Kiana has a dragon buddy. This Himeko is a little bit more physically violent. And here comes Kiana. Or rather, the Hersher at the moment.
待ってたわよ。
死を迎える準備は整った力の限り抗うのに
That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Ah.
あんたの攻撃は終わり。それなら私の番で文句ある。死ね。キアナ、あんたが目を覚ました時、全てが変わっている。世界はもう美しくない。平凡な日常ももうない。でも諦めないで。何があっても諦めないで。
That is one big sword.
少佐
姫子、私は最強のバルキリーになるの。
キアナ、顔を上げなさい。あんたは前に進むのよ。この不完全な物語をあんたの望む姿に変えなさい。生きなさい、キアナ。これで授業はおしまいよ。
So if you're wondering what the injection was, it's a drug to suppress the Hersher abilities. It was also meant to cure Himeko, because she's suffering from poisoning from using a Hersher's weapon. Poor Himeko. Poor Himeko. All the F's in chat. And Classic Man. I decided finally to give a review of how the Honkai Universe, or Hoyoverse as they call it, began. So we're digging in a little bit before I start with games. But yeah, that was the sword-wielding version of Himeko, who sacrifices herself to save Kiana and the worlds. Okay, Classic Man. We'll still be here. And I really like this song, by the way. And I may be tearing up right about now. Stories of sacrifice always get to me. So, we have to follow up now with Yana. She has learned a bit from Himeko's sacrifice. Now it's time for the Spider-Man. I mean, she's climbing up a building. Unfortunately, even with the Hersher suppressed, the Robo Bros don't want to let her go. And here comes the baseball bat. Because we had to have the baseball bat. This is why the main character in Star Rail using a bat tickles my funny bone. Badass shields. They did some really great video, by the way. That's the Honkai poisoning, just like Himeko. So some bad people want to destroy the whole city with a bomb. Save everyone in this city. She becomes a comet. Who knows what the people in that city are thinking? But, her best friend, had to look on, not being able to keep up. And people keep wanting to use Kiara as a tool. So, in the next video, we'll see what Mai does to try to protect Kiana. And I definitely want to see Mai. I have a sinking suspicion that the MC in Star Rail is meant to be another Kiana. Though I can't be sure yet. I mean, you have the bats. You totally have the bats. But I totally expect to see Mai at some point. So, now we have what Mai does to try to protect Kiana. Unfortunately, they eventually stopped doing most of these, at least as a coherent thing. So, an evil organization gives Mai a tool to give her the power of the Hersher. Though a different one. Causing them to fight once more. But now, it's Kiana, whose powers are unreliable. Socked in the head. Poor Kiana. Getting beat up by her best friend. Ow. Ow. By the way, in the game, I totally had Mai. Though not Hersher Kiana. I never got her.
Kiana ちゃんはいつもこう。体がボロボロなのに無理やりに笑う。あなたは私をみんなを助けてくれた。なのに一人で全てを背負おうとする。自分の命をも犠牲にして。メイ先輩。
それは私の使命だから。
世界を救いたいなんて。そんなの分かってる。
メイ先輩。
どう耐えればいいっていうの。
メイ先輩、ダメ。
私にとってこの世界なんかよりもキアナちゃんの方がずっと大事よ。
And yes, she does have a very big sword. Yes, she has a dragon too. In fact, her ultimate, you would summon the dragon. So, now we get to Bronya. I mean, Bronya's been in this story, but not in the cinematics before that point. So, just to put this out there, because it's never explained in here, Bronya and Seele, or Zeele, however they try to pronounce it in Star Rail, grow up in an orphanage together, and due to their experiments on people with Honkai abilities, Seele gets sent off into the Hoyoverse. So, Bronya goes to rescue her. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, Bronya looks a little younger in this. He's also very violent. Everyone tries to stop her. I wish I had all the cutscenes. There's more. But, no one stops Bronya. They still try. They still try.
やっと助けに来てくれたのね。ゼーレ、ずっと待ってたんだから。
Alright, so continuation of that. At the bottom of sort of the void between worlds.
这里
The Sea of Quanta.
理智律制的核心就在这儿。希尔，
Bronya literally fought through everything
一
to
定
get
会找
here.
出你。
This is the Bronya I know.
核心要失去控制了。
Hey, Vic. That's Bronya. The same theoretical Bronya as in Star Rail. Obviously not on an ice planet, but Silver Wolf definitely would get along with this version. That guy is really violent.
All systems go. Right on. Right on.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure, Vic, that Honkai energy is pretty specific. That's actually Seele. You'll see that very shortly in the next video. Oh, by the way, I totally had this version of Bronya. She was super cool. That's the way to end the bad guy. Literally ram yourself through his head. Then make sure to shoot him, just to make sure he's dead. Bronya does like her overkill.
希尔， Bronya 来找你了。
Bronya always had, like, a robot companion It was usually phased out, but they were linked. That was the catch. They linked her to this robot. Touching one of the cores, just like Mai or Kiana, gives you this sort of level of ability. So, I still do like the music. The music with these was great. Oh yeah, I remember that game. I couldn't play it because Switch, but I saw it. Tiny little Bronya. Other Bronyas. All possibilities. Which always lead back to Seele. Linked by fate. Always. But, let's see how that goes for them. Because here is, after she finally manages to rescue Seele. The Quanta is basically falling apart at that point. Can you guess the black and blue-haired girl is, Seele? Though I can't pronounce the name the way they do in Chinese. Because again, the main character will sacrifice themselves. It's the way of the Honkaiverse. It's the void between worlds. The bond between these two literally lets her break the bonds between worlds. Oh, here it comes. I had her too.
Bronya 姐姐，希尔，是你吗？Bronya 姐姐，这一次，我们再也不会分开了。
So, we've watched most of the videos now. There are 2 last ones. Just 2. The first is going to talk about Kiana and explain the story. And the last one is how it all works with Star Rail. Vic, Bronya definitely gets out. You'll see that in the Kiana video, because it will continue past the point where we get here. I mean, they can break the bonds holding worlds apart, but by their bond to each other. So, yeah, they weren't going to get stuck. But, here we go. Let's have a little history of Kiana.
A few years after the second eruption in 2000, a girl came into this imperfect world in an experiment pod. She had no name, only a cold serial number, K423. K423 was created by Otto via splicing Kiana Kaslana's genes and that from Siren the Hersher of the Void together. The Hersher core attained consciousness in the new body, and she was expected to become a human with Hersher powers. In 2007, Siegfried Kaslana attempted to abduct K423 in secret, but was intercepted by Schicksal in his escape. His biological daughter went missing afterward. Siegfried adopted K423 and raised her as his own, but was unwilling to name her after his own daughter. That was until one day, to protect the injured Siegfried, K423 took up arms to confront a Honkai beast in his place. A tender soul defied fate for the first time in order to protect her loved one. Touched by her action, Siegfried decided to name her Kiana Kaslana.
Definitely.
He made a promise to her. As the descendants of House Kaslana, it was an honored tradition for them to fight for their loved ones. On this day, the girl received her name from her father, and she set foot on a path deviating from her written fate. However, fate had other plans. In 2010, the latent Hersher persona awoke. Blazes of anger scorched the world that had just opened up to her. To protect Kiana, Siegfried used Judgment of Shamash to suppress the Hersher of the Void.
That was the weapon
But as a
Himeko
result, he was
uses.
severely injured. Siegfried realized that he would inevitably rouse
it
the
literally
Hersher
took his
persona
arm.
again. To protect Kiana, he left her. The girl was worthy of love. Those who loved her could do anything for her. But in the girl's eyes, it was her very existence that brought them endless sufferings and miseries.
This what makes Kiana's story so
Nevertheless,
sad.
she did not forget the promise with her father and continued to believe in the good of the world. In the Honkai-stricken Nagazora, when Raiden Mei, who had become the Hersher of Thunder, turned against her, Kiana still reached out to her. When they were fleeing Nagazora, Himeko rescued Kiana and Mei and took them to Saint Freya. Kiana's troubled fate was finally calmed for a brief moment. On the campus, she met friends who were like family and made the solemn vow to fight for all that is beautiful in the world. She wanted to stay, but a cruel twist would soon break her hopes.
Classic man.
Dark seeds germinated in the shadow of the peaceful years. The other sentience inside her preyed on all the good in her life once more by encroaching on her cognition and her dreams. It was Kiana's pining for a mother's love that made her awakening possible. She created illusions to make Kiana believe that she saved her mother from sacrificing herself to end the second eruption. When she realized the great joy she experienced was elusive, she broke down and let the Hersher persona take over. Being
Well,
taken
she
to the Schicksal
didn't
HQ
let.
by Fuhua, she was confined in the same bleak experiment pod, just as when she was born.
She just lacked the
Only
will.
this time, Otto, who witnessed her rebirth, wished to see the Hersher of the Void return. Just as Otto expected,
Otto was a nutcase.
the St. Freya group revolted and attacked the Schicksal HQ with anti-entropy to rescue Kiana.
Yes.
In fact, he wanted them to gamble everything for Kiana. Their deep love and the
Which is
ensuing
where that
sacrifices
fight
would stimulate
with
Kiana's
Himeko
emotions
from the beginning
to help her
that I
overcome
showed you
the
comes
Hersher
in.
persona, so she could become a human with Hersher powers. The Hersher of the Void achieved complete awakening and pulverized St. Freya and anti-entropy in a display of power.
Also in a video I just showed.
In the end, to save Kiana, Himeko donned the Godsbane battle suit for Million Night, Eclipse. She defeated Hersher of the Void and injected the Spear of Destiny, a Honkai neutralizing serum, into Kiana at the expense of her life. Himeko
Yeah.
fell into the imaginary space.
We do get to see her again in Star Rail, in a slightly different form.
Kiana might be a Hersher, but her friends and teachers still loved her and believed in her as much. Yet their goodwill was too heavy to bear. Kiana wandered in Ark City after waking up from the nightmare. Honkai
Yes.
beasts and zombies hunted her. The whispers of the Hersher tortured her. She wanted to run, but had nowhere to run. Those pains and sufferings are predestined. She was test subject K423, the vessel of a Hersher, and the root cause of the world's and her loved ones' miseries. Would the world be a better place had she died? When Kiana was prepared to die with the Hersher inside, Fuha's sentience in her mind stopped her and the Hersher from reviving. Kiana finally remembered that Himeko sacrificed herself to save her because, as her teacher, Himeko believed in her potential to change the world. Kiana snapped out of grief and loss. To repay Himeko's faith, she will continue fighting her ill fate. With Fuhua's help, Kiana learned how to contain the Hersher persona and utilize Hersher powers. She became a rogue hero that fought to save Ark City
yeah.
from destruction. Kiana discovered that the Honkai disasters plaguing Ark City were not related to the Hersher of the Void. They were the work of a shady organization known as the World Serpent. All traces pointed to a dreadful ploy, Project Stigma.
You never know.
The catastrophe caused by it would level Ark City to the ground. Kiana must transfer the Honkai bomb planted by World Serpent to save Ark City.
Which is also
She made it.
what I showed you.
Even though the Hersher persona and Honkai were eating her away, she did not fail Himeko. To change this imperfect world, she became the meteor that ripped Ark City's darkness open and propelled the bomb out of the atmosphere, which rewrote the cruel fate of this city.
And now
The unconscious
we have me.
Kiana was taken to the Schicksal North African lab by Durandal.
Had
Otto
a
needed a
Durandal, too.
Kiana who had harnessed
She's
Hersher
cool.
powers to activate the second divine key. Sick of being manipulated, she broke out from the lab and escaped Kevin's pursuit under Fuhua's cover. Kiana returned to the ruins of Nagazora. She was ready to meet her end in the place where she first met everyone she cared about. She knew she had little time left as the Honkai core continued to corrupt her. To bring back Kiana, Mei set foot in Nagazora. Kiana had not stopped imagining how she would reunite with her friends once. Yet she could not seize the chance when it finally came. Honkai was growing thick in Nagazora. She had to step forward to protect the world and her friends, even if it would cost her her life. She had always been like this. She would laugh off the worst injuries. She saved the world, saved everyone, but kept the pain to herself. She was killing herself to protect the good in the world, but she had forgotten that she also meant the whole world to her loved ones. To save Kiana, May made a pact with Kevin. A new gem of conquest solidified in her body. She became the Hersher of Thunder again and joined World Serpent by choice. May knew her best friend would never accept her choice, but she could not create a future for her dearest if she held on to
Which
her
we saw.
past.
That's why she kicks the crap out of Kiana. No. There's a lot of backstory there with what a
After May
Hersher
left,
is.
Kiana and
But,
Bronya went to Mount Taishuan
That's a long
to
time.
find the ways of mastering Hersher powers recorded by Fuhua, without knowing the Hersher of Sentience had already woken. In the illusion created by the Hersher of Sentience, Fuhua's lonely life, bound by her mission, flashed before Kiana's eyes. Fuhua planned to sacrifice herself again to seal the Hersher of Sentience. Kiana could not accept a fate that exchanged their lives for the greater good. It was Himeko's. It was May's. It was Fuhua's. It was hers once, and it was not the happiness they wanted. To end this wretched story the way they truly wanted, Kiana stopped fighting alone. She chose to believe in her friends. In the theater of domination, built by the Legion Hersher, she confronted her fate for the last time. She accepted her fate and who she was. She and the Hersher of the Void were both continuations of Siren's persona. The Hersher of the Void was Siren's hatred toward the world manifested. She was the other possibility, born from Siren's desire for love. The countless hearts that loved and helped her made this possibility a reality, turning her from test subject K423 into a Valkyrie who fights for all that is beautiful in the world, into Kiana Kaslana, who leads everyone forward. As for where her path leads to, we will soon find out.
There is a video for that, by the way. I didn't grab that one. Where it shows her going like Super Saiyan, basically. It's pretty cool, but I didn't grab that one. If you guys want, I will show that. But this is the one that I had to play the others just so this makes sense. This is basically where the Hoyoverse takes off. So, let me show this, and then I can go find the video. Probably.
一つの物語が終わるとき、私たちはその始まりを思い出す。まるで昔に戻ったかのように。
例えば今のように。そうだろう君は驚いていないようだ。この景色懐かしいだろう。
うぬぼれないで。彼女は私たちと違う。まだ進み続けるんだから。どう？私に会って驚いた？ところで一人足りないね。これで揃った。
しかし残念だ。僕たちの物語はもう終わった。過去の人は過去に残ってもらおう。
じゃあさよなら。なんか言ってくれないの？よくやった。 昔と変わらないね。
ええ。
いろいろあったね。
本当にいろいろあったわ。
今回もここでお別れなの？
いいえ、今回は最後まで一緒に歩くわ。
Hey, Conver. Gotta wait for it. Very soon. Very soon.
そう。私たちは様々な場所に行って、たくさんの思い出を残した。これは
I mean, they had to save the world to get here.
きっと愛に満ちた結末がある。
Kitty cat. Had the twins too. They were
昔と
cool.
同じように一歩
Bronya and
ずつ
Seele.
前に進もう。
The bunny girl. I remember her name vaguely.
私たちの足跡、どんな時もここにある。
I mean, it's a uniting, definitely. That might be why. Though, they can't stay that way.
Kiana.
When good friends are going away, will you wish them to remember your name? When good days are passing away,
Welcome to the Star
your
Rare.
heart remains the same. Never can we suspend the time, having to leave the tracks behind.
Totally is the Star Rail. Totally.
There is a longer way ahead.
I think that's actually where they introduced Honkai Star Rail.
There used to be a storyteller who always painted the sunshine and the rain.
So theoretically, if this is to be believed, Kiana created the Star Rail.
Spending a lifetime to taste of life and pain.
And so the loop is complete.
Never can we suspend the time, having to leave the tracks behind. There is a longer way ahead. If it's too hard to say goodbye,
I don't know about sentient, but this video tends to say Kiana created it so she could visit the universe. I mean, she does become, like, stupidly powerful. So, you never know. You never know. I think it's this one that is the big fight. Let me see. There are a lot of these videos. It makes finding the right one sometimes hard. That's why I prepared them ahead of time, like a month ago, because I wanted to do this. Bronya. That's actually Kevin, who we don't really care about. Or at least I never did. Maybe rude of me, but he was the bad guy. Here's Mai again. And of course, Kiana. He flips a dragon. Oh, that wasn't the final battle itself. Weird. You know what? I'm not sure which one it is. Let me look at this teaser really quick. Oh, it's definitely this one. Okay. Alright, this is not the final battle, but this is where Kiana gets her final form. And you'll recognize the battle. Oh yeah, we haven't seen in Star Rail either, yet. Well, you do realize that's coming, Vic. That's good. I mean, they always have to step up. That's what a hero does.
天哪，才不管你说的这些，因为他是个笨蛋，笨蛋
Here it
不会
comes.
放弃。
他改变了我，改变了许多人。今后，他还会去改变更多的人。我想见证那一天的到来。所以，我们不会止步于此。世界当然不够美好，但也有人让我不要放弃。他们指引着我，想我证明这世界没那么糟糕。我爱他们，也爱他们所爱的一切。这把剑连接着我们，它会烧进漆黑的天空，让光照向更远的地方。这就是我和大家的回家的路。
Wave goodbye to the past when over place and a crown so shine for me again to soar above this world to the moon and always till the moon and riding on the sun the beauty be
There were some very spectacular fights in the game. But no, they don't look like that. I wish they did. You'd probably have to have some, like, quick time thing. But, yeah. And Vic, no, you don't have to know any of this to get a grasp on Star Rail. Star Rail can be taken entirely self-contained. But this is the context, the lens, if you will, that I always see it in. So,
I thought I would walk and advice better till I felt us so real.
I mean, even God of War has to have some quick time events to do scenes like that.
If I have never known the sorrow, there will a pain of sacrifice.
And Classic Man, I have yet to pay anything for it. So, not true. Not true.
Wave goodbye to the past when over place and a crown so shine for me again to soar above this.
I get that. And I'd like the music to keep going. But, we do have to actually get to the demos sometime.